What is happening, boys? Okay, so we took two trades today. Let's go over this first one for you guys, right? This is a great trade, dude. This is like, these are the A plus setups where it's like, it's in that first macro, like it's just price is moving very well, right? First I'll go over the eval trades I took, right? I think they were incredible, right? So if we go on the 4 hour, right? I did not have a clear daily bias, right? Because what do I look at? I ask myself, what are we disrespecting? What are we respecting, right? I only really do this for drawing liquidity for evals. I don't trade that on my normal shit. But I do this for evals, right? So if we're on the 4 hour, right, I couldn't really tell what we were doing because we were like right here. We were disrespecting this bearish candle, but then we were respecting this bullish candle, but we were bearish. It just wasn't clear, so I hopped on the 1 hour. What do I see, right? I'm seeing that we are disrespecting this bearish gap and we are respecting bullish price, right? I see that we have a unfilled hourly gap right here, okay? And then we have an unfilled hourly gap right here, right? But I didn't really care about that. I really just cared about this unfilled hourly because I knew we were going to come up out of it, come down, and then reject out of it, right? So I'm either willing to trade to that or from that, right? And so if we hop onto the 1 minute, right, off market open, what do we do, right? So off market open, which is right here, we come up and then we wick out these highs, right? And then we kind of do some bullshit and then we have this massive wick that wicks out the wick out. Great manipulation, right? I'm like, okay, right? We're definitely gonna go seek this draw on liquidity, right? I hop on the 15. Well, I hop on the 30-second chart. There was no fair value gap to inverse. Then I hop on the 15-second chart. We inverse a 15-second gap in this wick out here. I enter. We go short. Boom. I made 700 off that. And then we tap into this hourly, and then we get a 1 minute IFEG highest time frame fair value gap. There's no 2 minute here. There's no 2 minute here, so the 1 minute was the highest time frame. Very obvious, very clean. I buy right here, stop loss at these candle body lows. I go break even off the SMT off this internal, and then I just make another 700. So it's about like 1450 on the day, which is max consistency for top step eval. And so those are my eval trades. And then my actual like trades I genuinely took on my fundeds, right? This is what we were looking at, right? We had this beautiful range here, right? We get our break, we build the CISD, we shift, absolutely just mint, right? Stop loss at these candle bodies here. And then this was my trade, right? Partials here, full TP here, right? So, um, IV, so my break even point is going to be OTE, which we SMT off ES, and then we wick out my break even. So I got break even on this trade. I'm looking at this. I'm wondering if it would have been better for a point 0.5 entry. It definitely would have. Hindsight is 2020, obviously. Um, this would have been a full TP if I waited for midpoint. I'm not gonna lie though, like in the moment, like when I'm doing this, right? 62 is my max stop, is my max max point stop loss, and the candle bodies here was a valid stop for me. So if I draw out 62, in the moment I'm saying like, okay, like if we close below 727.75, I'm waiting for a retrace. We barely closed below it, like barely. It wasn't enough for me to like make me think of, okay, we need a retrace entry, right? It was stop loss was literally a point more, okay? Literally 1 point more than my max, which is not a big deal at all, right? So I'm very happy with that. Very good break even there. Just unlucky, right? And then these shorts play out. Would have gotten break even anyways off this. It would have just been a TP1. And then the second trade I took here, right? Beautiful range here, right? CISD on both of these assets right here. Stop loss at this right here. 1-to-1 gets hit, and then break, and then full TP gets edged right there, and then we go break even. We get break even on this, and then right now I was just looking for these shorts right here, but we had an absolute BBC monkey candle straight to OTE, and then we're reacting off of it, which is my IV. So great stuff today. If I back tested this day, it would have gotten the exact same result, right? Hindsight's 2020 on this retrace entry, right? Like if we closed right, like if we're closing like if my entry's like down here, then that's a problem, right? But it was literally a point more, 2 points more, not enough for me to think of it, so it wasn't anything crazy, right? Overall, great day. Very happy. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow when I don't trade because tomorrow's Saturday. Gotcha. Let's look at what do we have next week news wise. So Monday we got some 8:30 bullshit. Nothing Tuesday. Nothing Monday. PPI. Okay, we have FOMC on Wednesday. And then nothing Thursday, and nothing Friday. So should be an interesting week. Wednesday should be interesting. Very interesting. And yeah, I love you guys. God loves you guys way more than I do. And peace, my brothers. Peace.